Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into residentsupply.com.
Right. They're an online retailer, specializes in that very modern decorative home lighting and hardware.
Exactly. Think sleek chandeliers, wall lights, designer switches, all the stuff that's meant to give your home a major upgrade.
A very specific high-end look.
So our mission today, based on this whole stack of social data and user reviews we have, is to answer one question for you.
Is it legitimate?
Is the glossy veneer on their website what you actually get, or should you maybe proceed with a bit of caution?
And this is really a practical guide for you, the listener. It's more than just a review of one company. We're showing you which consumer trust signals are, worth their salt and which are just window dressing.
It's all educational commentary.
Completely.
Yeah.
Focus on purchasing confidence.
So diving right in, the initial signals for legitimacy they look really good.
You do. Strong start.
They have a super active social media presence. We're talking Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and they have over 96,000 followers on Instagram.
And that's not just a number. It's an engaged following. That kind of long-term presence is a serious checkmark.
But what's really fascinating is how many layers of validation they seem to have.
It's not just the social media, you're right. They also have their own store on Amazon.
Which is a big deal, right? That's a regulatory hurdle.
It is. Amazon makes sellers meet pretty strict standards for things like insurance, labeling, return policies. It suggests this isn't just an operation running out of a garage somewhere.
And then there's the domain longevity. We found the website was registered back in 2023.
So it's been active for more than 2 years.
Yeah, and that 2-year window is often crucial. A lot of fly-by-night scams, they shut down or relaunch under a new name long before that, so this adds a layer of safety.
Absolutely. And you combine all that with the fact they have multiple ways to get in touch.
Right. Email, a phone number, even a physical address, and live chat.
All these things together suggest the operation is, structurally legitimate. They aren't trying to hide.
So, okay, the structure is solid, they've got the trust signals down. But a strong front office doesn't always guarantee a strong back office, does it?
And that is where this whole narrative just completely flips.
Let's look at what actual customers are saying, away from the company's own website.
Exactly. When we checked external sources, things got very mixed. Their Trustpilot rating is sitting at a 3.9.
Which isn't terrible, but it's not great either.
No. And then you go on Reddit, and that's where you find the really honest, unfiltered user reports.
So what's the consensus there? Is there any positive feedback?
There is, to be fair. The positive comments confirm that the products look stylish, they feel solid, and the packaging is often really well done. Some people even had smooth replacement experiences.
Okay, wait a second. If they have 96,000 followers and a legit Amazon presence, how can the complaints be so persistent? What are people actually zeroing in on?
The complaints are all about the execution, not the marketing. We saw report after report of inconsistent product quality.
So like one item is great, but the next one isn't?
Precisely. A switch might look fantastic, but a chandelier arrives poorly finished. Then you've got long shipping delays, items broken on arrival, and slow, often unhelpful customer service.
And this is the part we found that's crucial for you as a consumer. Several users felt the products were just overpriced for the quality they ultimately received.
And that feeling gets so much worse because of their very strict return and restocking policies.
Meaning, if you want to send that fixture back,
you're going to eat a significant cost.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, it feels like the company is all in on marketing, but maybe not so much on the logistics.
That's the tension. They spend heavily to look professional, but seem to underinvest in quality control, in shipping, in fulfillment. And that strict return policy, it basically puts all the risk on you, the buyer.
You're underwriting their poor execution.
You are.
So what does this all mean for you, the learner? The website, it appears legitimate, it has strong trust signals, but the volume of negative external reviews is, it's significant. It demands caution.
So our final advice would be always read that return policy. Read it carefully.
Check the most recent reviews you can find, and maybe start with a small, manageable purchase before you commit to a huge order for a renovation.
And here's the final thought I want to leave you with. Given that this company has so many clear trust signals, the social media, the Amazon store, all the contact details, it raises a bigger question for all of us.
Go on.
How much weight should we, as consumers, put on the accessibility of a company versus the actual quality of its service? In this digital age, if a company feels legitimate and easy to find, do we subconsciously forgive poor quality just because we feel we can track them down if something goes wrong? Something to think about.